Just exiting staff meeting, and we're getting ready to get a bunch of horses vaccinated.
Vaccine boosters they need. If you
guys want on Rowdy?
What?
Wants to check on Rowdy?
Yeah, that'd be great. But like one of you could go check on Rowdy, and the other one could start getting that ready. Would be.
I'm getting all the boosters ready and put into a cooler so that we can run everybody down that is down here that it needs updated on their vaccines, run them through the training barn, poke them, and then send them back out to their pastures.
And Haley's gonna go get the horses for us. Shane's picking up getting his horse caught up that he's gonna be working with first. Who is that, Shane? Bentley. He's gonna be working with Bentley first. These mules are going to be the first ones coming down, and they're going to give Haley a good morning jog. Whee, look at them run. Poor Haley. Still out there chasing the little long ears. They'll be down. Oh, calm down, guys. Just here to get your vaccines. Little boosters in today. All right, Haley got the one she needs into the chute. And there you are, you little precious thing.
Oh, you're okay.
We're gonna have to capture Mr. Handsome. He needs a strangle.
Well, Shane's going to get.
You're all right.
It's the strangles.
Mm-hmm.
Good Benny. Good Benny.
I know, I'm sorry.
So how did Benny go?
Well, she's definitely a mule.
Who's this?
I'm the Baxter.
So Benny and then Baxter. Oh,
I know.
Good baby.
Good noodle. This is a good noodle. All right, here's a pokey poke. Good boy. Oh. Good boy. All done.
Well, that was much easier.
What good baby.
Trying to get one of the little mules into the sweep so they can go into the chute so they can get their boosters and updates.
That needs both. Perfect.
Alrighty, little hazelnut getting her halter on. Nope, says you need to climb on the paneling. So Emily, how many more do y'all have to do?
Let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
All right, well, this is just a small part of what's happening at the shelter. So I'm going to go see what else is happening and let them work here in peace for a bit, but I'm going to be checking in and out, see how the updating on the vaccines, getting them all up to date is, and everything else they're doing out here.
It's another busy day here at Horse Plus. It's a Thursday morning. We had a list of at least 20 horses that needed vaccine boosters, which none of them were rabies vaccines. Legally has to be given by a vet. So Dr. Gina and I are going through all of our currently available animals. So we have an adoption event week after next, and we're making sure that anything that needs recheck radiographs, dental, pregnancy check, anything that's listed as available for adoption is fully up to date and ready to go. Anything that's going to go out of state is going to need a health certificate, which requires an exam. So we're trying to front load any of those animals that we think might go out, cats included. And then we have animals in our hospital today that need rechecks and wound treatment that Dr. Gina and I are going to take care of. And then we've got a bunch of other stuff. I have to finish emailing correspondence with vets and other people that I met at the conference. And so anyway, what we're trying to do is use our time most efficiently. And sometimes you need 4 people, but often you don't. So anything that we have support staff that we can delegate stuff to, Dr. Gina and I are doing that. And we're trying to kind of do the stuff only we can do. So that's what we're doing this morning. It's not the most exciting morning, but it's very necessary. A lot of those vaccine boosters were due end of September. So we're a little bit overdue, and it's important that we stay on top of things. The animals here at Horse Plus get a lot more exposure than your normal horse birth. So I have a lot of people be like, you guys really over-vaccinate. And it's like, well, we don't, because we have new horses coming in every month. And so it's like being at a show barn all the time with animals coming in and out. So we try to be really on top of those vaccines and dewormers and stuff like that.
So Angela,
Yes.
I heard it through the grapevine, the chicken grapevine, that you might be getting Hendo the rooster.
Really?
Yes.
So Keith and I have been in this little battle about adopting a rooster. So we have 20 hens. And we've kind of gone back and forth about whether we want a rooster, but little Hendel's so lonely over there, and he's so cute.
He is cute.
My neighbors might hate me. That's the problem. But you got it through the grapevine.
I got it through the chicken grapevine.
The chicken grapevine. And this is why, so I came in and Hendel was up here, and I was like, why is Hendel up here? Poor Lynn thought all the chickens were hens. So she signed the names. And then we were like, well, roosters like hens, so we'll keep the hen name, Hendel.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
all
how-
of them had hen in their name. Yeah.
Hendel. I don't remember all the names.
Yeah.
But. All right, well, you'll have to, I guess, I don't know, how do we confirm this rumor?
You might want to go find the grapevine, the chicken grapevine.
Find the chicken grapevine and ask the chicken grapevine.
Ask the
Or
chicken
you could just sign
grapevine.
the adoption paperwork and return them if it doesn't work out.
Straight to the point.
You know how it is when you're married. You just have to do this dance where
Yes.
you're trying to get the yes,
Yes.
and then sometimes you gotta let go when the no, and you
Yes.
just gotta kind of do that.
Yes.
Especially when you want to be the one that says you can't. That you want to, like, if I want to say no, but I was always like,
And sometimes you have to just throw out seeds. Just
yeah.
plant the
Sometimes you just gotta work it.
seed. Yes. Yes.
You gotta work it.
Yeah,
All right.
work
Well, I'll go find the grapevine then.
I'm just catching up on my email, and I'm trying to figure out how to make my mural work. They said, and I went through and read everything again, that it can easily be removed from the wall. And apparently you might be able to just wet this down and it has enough stuff in it to bind to the wall. So I'm doing a test to see. I don't know, kind of disappointed about this mural thing. All the other ones were difficult to put up, but they look great. And then I got the complicated one. And I went on Amazon, and it must have just been how it was ordered, because they do have them in the sticker format. So I don't know what happened. but it's complicated. So, yeah. I have a lot of big projects, working on the quarantine expansion project, because when we're going to be gone in Washington looking at a property that was left to Horse Plus, and the contractor will be out that week working on the expansion. So I have to make sure the plans are perfect, and I'm the one that does all the plans here at Horse Plus. We don't have a hired place where we send several $1,000s to have plans brought back. I've always done all the plans for Horse Plus, so all the buildings, all the designs, all the layouts, I do that. So I want to make sure that they are perfect because I won't be here to show him everything. And I'm also working on the plans for the spay-neuter clinic, a small animal shelter, and getting those all ironed out. And I talked with the vets potentially about a vet barn expansion because we're getting some amazing medical equipment donated in California. So Dr. Lydia and Chandra will be out there going over everything potentially that would be donated here to Horse Plus to make our veterinarian program even more amazing. So there's so much happening at Horse Plus, and it's just amazing, and we're so blessed, and I just got to keep up with it all, and so far I am, but it does take a lot of work behind the desk, which is not my favorite place to be, but it's got to happen.
We have a bunch that need injections and then have to stay in for a week or two. He needs wound care today. But cats too, we have a bunch more cats than this that are available for adoption. Hi, camera. We're just filling Caitlin in on the to-do list for today. So that's kind of it. That's what we're working on. We have one cat that needs some ondansetron and some sub-Q fluids.
Come on.
I'm busy.
Let's go.
I'm busy. Oh, yes.
So did you know there's a chicken grapevine?
No, I didn't know nothing about no chicken grapevine. What you talking about?
You don't know anything about chicken grapevine?
That's a nice little chicken.
A Hendel.
A what?
Hendel.
Oh, Hendel?
The rooster's name is Hendel.
Oh, Hendel. Okay.
Hendel, yeah. So I heard from Lynn that in the chicken grapevine, Hendel's photo was placed on the desk because I was able to adopt Hendel.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
So you and I have had these conversations about adopting Hendel.
Yeah.
And you had some concerns.
Yeah.
And last I heard, we had decided we weren't going to adopt Hendel.
Yeah.
But somewhere, evidently, you changed your mind.
And told, he's looking at you.
I know. Isn't he cute?
Yeah, he's cute.
So we're going to adopt Hendel and see how he does with all of our chickies.
Right.
And ducks that we have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what about your neighbors? Are they going to love you?
Probably not. I don't know. I mean, I've never been here early enough to hear him rooster himself. So.
Rooster himself? You mean crowing? I've heard him crow once.
Crow.
I've heard him crow. So
crowing. So I don't know. Our neighbors might shoot us.
But I guess we're gonna give him a shot. Is that what?
We're giving him a shot.
And so you decided to surprise me by telling Lynn, but not me, that we could. Oh, I see how this goes.
Yeah. See.
Okay. He's.
I figured you'd have a better smile and stuff if it came from somebody else.
Those are the only words I know in Russian. All right, you guys need anything else?
Already enough. We're going to quarantine.
Are we walking? We got the side-by-side. What's the plan? I'll drive. Egg is over in the parking lot.
Okay. There's some that are like around 8 or 9, but I couldn't get a good look, so your second opinion would be much appreciated.
Haley's our driver. Which means we're going to get there just fine.
It's nap time.
Jordan's feeding, getting everybody their morning grain.
Okay.
So what are we doing up here, Dr. Gina?
The horses that came in last week that you and Tawny went and got from Arkansas, we're rechecking them. We do need to pull Coggins because their Coggins don't exactly match age-wise. And so because of that, we need to re-pull Coggins and recheck temperatures. If they still need their second dose of Exceed, we're going to do that. And if they don't have temperatures and they don't look like they're systemically ill, then we're going to give them the rest of their vaccines and stuff. So that's what we're doing.
All the way.
She listens.
Yeah.
CC Chem. Do you guys feel
How's she doing?
She's got slightly elevated lung sounds and a little bit of nasal discharge, but no enlarged lymph nodes. Heart rate and respiratory effort are all normal. We're going to do a nasal swab and check for bacteria and viruses on these horses so we know exactly what's going on. They all had a shot of a broad spectrum antibiotic that's slow release called Exceed. And so today they're due for Exceed boosters if they need it. When you boost or Exceed 4 days in, it's about a 10-day course of antibiotics, which we don't use lightly, but when we have animals that have clearly like pouring copious snot and are with others that are definitely an infectious risk, we wanna make sure we're not covering the bases. Girl. Now you hate the bugs. We got a different bug population here in Tennessee. I can't breathe. If only my arms were longer, you guys. Good.
Getting the
Good
nasal
girl.
swab. Did you get it?
Good girl, sure did.
All right.
I wish I had CBC results back. Because if her CBC is normal, then I shouldn't reboost or Exceed, and if it's abnormal, then I should. I'm gonna give Exceed. Yeah, not that way. Oh, somebody cut your mane. It looks terrible. Haley, was that you? Good girl. Very good girl. Oh, snotty baby. But other than, I think the gray mare has usable left and right. That is so gross, ma'am. Hi, big girl. I would say that was a sample. Okay, oh, I guess I don't need to stand over here, huh? Heads up, Caitlin. No white, kind of a half crescent on the left. Okay, so we do need full photos on this one. You're all right. Good girl. All right, we need photos, blood. All right, we need strangles, equispot, photos. I'm gonna listen to lungs while you're doing that, even though we're not getting full deep breaths. Hi, big girl. I know, I'm sorry. Caitlin, can you take Coggins photos? And I think what would be the easiest thing to do would be to add them under the horses and animals. You can use my phone. Star, maybe snip, brand left hip, very scared and wild. Couldn't really evaluate wild even in shoot. Swollen lymph nodes. Blood. Byway. Strangles.
So I'm one of the people that knows how to run the squeeze chute, and I think everybody knows how, but I'm kind of one of the dispensable people, so when I'm not filming, sometimes it's because I'm running the squeeze chute, or I'm helping open close gates, and right now they're having a real struggle with this horse trying to get strangles.
All right,
You can
hang on a second.
take a look over here.
This. Caitlin, can you take this for me? All right, I'm gonna make this longer. Okay. Double check gelded, recheck respiratory fever, CBC, ultrasound lungs. Don't think we're gonna do lung ultrasound today. PLR is delayed. I bet these guys have something weird viral going on.
You having fun holding the horse?
Lots of fun. Hi, buddy.
I see that you escaped the office for a minute.
Briefly, I was over here at the quarantine expansion project we're working on. We're going to be gone when the contractor's working on it, so I'm making a video for him and explaining what we're wanting, and then also going over the plans on a video, so I hope everything will be okay. But we do have to go up to Washington while he's here since we had property donated up there. So yeah, I'm making sure everything's gonna be okay to the best of my ability. But I think he gets it and he understands, but I wanna make sure, yeah.
You're okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thea, Blue Roan, Tiny High Star, Brand Left Leg, Philly. So we can do strangles.
We should get DNA tests on some.
5-way. And Caitlin, if you want to hand me the other pokes, I'm going to nasal swab her too. I can go grab some more vaccines. This is Thea. It's this one. Yep.
Snotty nose.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, camera didn't pick it up, so. Come on, baby. Go get your photos.
This is actually the perfect way to give a strangles vaccine. Recheck nasal discharge fever. 100.6.
Is she good on photos?
She's good on photos.
What a nice horse. But look what Haley did to this poor horse's hair last time. Chopped her mane off.
I know.
She's hiding the forelock.
In my defense, this is what we usually do back home.
That's what you do
Okay,
back
ready?
Okay.
Yeah, because I think horses' hair holds memories. And we're letting go of those bad memories.
Oh, okay.
Well, she is sweet.
You should have mentioned that you had a reason for doing it. Oh, that's very sweet. Oh, that's love a productive morning. And Dr. Gina's been removing reproductive rights from cats. It's the way to go. That's the strangles vaccine, Shmoo. Yep, so Haley, Caitlin, and I have been up at quarantine this morning. We had a group of horses that came off a reservation, seven, eight. Dr. Gina did their intake last week, and a lot of them had fevers and nasal discharge and swollen lymph nodes, so a lot of them didn't get vaccines or got partial exams. So we rechecked exams, some of them got antibiotics, and then we pulled blood for Coggins because we have more accurate ages. We have to make sure that test results match, but everybody did great, and they are gonna complete the rest of their 30-day quarantine and decompress before we do more with them.
Gates open. You can leave at will. Come on, baby. Gates open. There There you go. Dr. Lydia disinfecting halters and leads. Haley disinfecting Haley.
Naughty boogers.
And Caitlin's getting everything cleaned up.
Oh, it's a bee.
Here we go.
Friend. Excuse me, little friend.
That's a little bumblebee.
If you don't get out up here, you're gonna lose your friends. Okay, this bee doesn't look super healthy. Oh, it's so cute.
Jordan, what are you doing here? And I'm gonna give you a mic so people can hear you.
Blowing out the barn. It's been getting a little messy, and if we leave it too long, it all gets all piled up. The shavings, clean out the stalls, the hay, all that stuff gets real dusty in here. So I'm just going through blowing out. I gotta sweep all this big stuff up. So we're not just trashing the outdoors, but just trying to make it look a little nicer around here.
Well, we only have, I think, 4 packages out here. So I'm not sure what happened. Looked like there's some things that look like they're in the mail, but I don't know where they are. So it's going to be a small package opening today.
Where can people donate a package if they want to donate a package?
They can go on our Amazon.com link, which will be in our package opening description and in the comments.
So, yeah, it's also in the bottom of this video.
In the bottom. And then they can just send those to our P.O. Box also, P.O. Box 485, Hohenwald, Tennessee 38462, or you can have packages shipped directly to us at 600 Charles McLaren Road, Hohenwald, Tennessee 38462. So any of those ways, and our Amazon wish list is on our almost every post on Facebook, and should be again in the comments or description of this video.
So Justin's getting set up for the live package opening, and again, there's only about four packages today, so it's not going to take very long. But anyway, it's that time of the week, Thursday afternoon. So there's a fair bit that goes into package opening, but we have our tripod for the iPhone. We have the TV so they can see the comments. We've got Angela, who's going to co-host with you. Tawny, isn't it?
Tawny. I think we only have these 4 packages to open, and Tawny doesn't have a lot of time, and I think that's kind of how we're going to do it.
Vet team is heading out to take the cast off of a goat.
Here is the real selling factor about this team right here is look where all the poop in their stall is. Did you notice that?
We noticed that.
Yeah.
Keith and Jordan were cleaning it, and we're like, it's pretty convenient they poop in one spot.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Oh, this is the most stressful part.
All right.
Easy, ma'am. May I remind you that your leg is broken. Was broken. Oh, Haley. Look, honey's like, we're leaving. You're okay. All right. Thank you, Haley. Excellent goat wrangling. We took x-rays. You don't just assume that a leg is fine. We took x-rays last week and they were super duper duper close, and we were like, let's give it 1 more week. So we aren't rechecking x-rays. It's been over 2 months in a splint now. So these bones, at this point, if they are not healed, we need to do a lot more. So
is that normal for a goat bone? Couple months, or is that?
The problem in this case is that after we initially put the splint on, she refractured it. She displaced it. So I had it really beautifully lined up, and then we rechecked radiographs 2 weeks later, and it was rebroken, straight enough to be okay. Remember when you showed up and I was like, hey, are you okay with this goat's leg being a little shorter? But at that point, we already had bony callus formation. So our options were completely anesthetize the goat, re-break the leg a 3rd time, or be okay with the leg being a little angled. So our start date wasn't our actual start date. But yes, goats are pretty Personality is really important with goats. This goat is basically feral and very difficult to handle, which is probably why she broke her leg to begin with. And so you saw Haley, that is the only approach. I've been eating my lunch in here for weeks and weeks and weeks and trying to win Honey over with the snacks. And this goat wants nothing to do with me after weeks of me just like hanging out in here and feeding them. So at some point, you know, you work with what you got. There's our cast padding. This is gonna feel so good to be off. But yeah, bone puts down a callus in about 4 weeks, but then it's still a week callus after that. So this cast has been on for about 8 weeks. Obviously not the whole thing. We've taken it off and re-inspected the leg and made sure it was clean and dry, but you're gonna have some shavings down the top of it probably. Honey has been under med watch for a really long time, and she finally is very close to being ready to go home, and these two have really bonded, so we are really excited that they have found a home to go to together so they can stay together. Honey is gonna go live with this goat's goat herd. Because of her history, we're not sure how she'll do with other donkeys, so we're putting her in a situation where she'll have companionship but not be with other male donkeys. Some people completely anesthetize for this. I don't like doing that because then when they wake up from anesthesia, they flop around. So then you just have an angry goat staring at you the whole time. You're almost done, big girl. So you can see our fracture was right here, and this leg is a little angled abnormally, but should still be nice and functional. We're just making sure we have all of these off before we let her go. Well, off and make sure we don't have any rubs. It's kind of, if there's no bandage rubs on this, I'm gonna be really surprised. I think it would be my first goat bandage situation without rubs, if it is. I know, you're almost done.
It's okay, Honey's not leaving.
No, it's not straight, but it does feel strong. You got it. Rub on that side. It's just an adhesive. Well, all right. Okay, let's everybody be really, really calm and slow. You don't want her to flip out. Calm, 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 calm. All right. There we go.
My camera battery died, so I had to finish that up with the cell phone. So I'm gonna go get another battery and interview Dr. Lydia, see how it went.
Yep, so Dr. Gina and Haley and I just took Nancy's splint off. Nancy is a goat who came to us. She was an owner surrender. She had a fractured forelimb. She's been in a cast and splint for almost 8 weeks. So she had a little complication about 2 weeks in where she refractured the leg, but it was lined up enough that we could still leave it. So when you look at her leg, it's not perfectly straight or exactly the right length as the other leg, but should be fully functional. She has a nice bony callus. She's got a lot of atrophy on that leg, but hopefully all goes well. And I'm asking for her to stay here in the hospital for at least another week to make sure we don't have any complications before we send her home. And I think this was already on camera, but I am really, really happy that sounds like Nancy and Honey have found an adoptive home where they can go and stay together. These two have become very bonded over their long hospital stay, and I'm really happy that they're gonna get to go home together.
And gonna sound like a broken record. Amber and Shane are out here working the horses again. And wow. Spartacus came to us as a stallion through one of our buyout programs, and we gelded him, and he went through quarantine. And first couple rides, he didn't do so great for Haley, but now she's doing really good on him, and he's doing good, and he's being ridden without, if you notice, he's actually being ridden without a bit, just the halter and lead. So this is a pretty exciting day for Spartacus, and Haley's enjoying riding him because she really likes this horse, and I think you can see why. I was looking through our YouTube comments, and somebody said, Emily's like a cat. She sees a box and she gets right in it.
I'm getting baby goats, and I'm going to use it to fix my little, not a shed, what do you call it?
Lean-to?
Yeah, my lean-to in my pasture. I'm going to fix, there's a couple creaky boards and old ones. I'm going to fix it so I can bring home my baby goats next weekend.
I couldn't help it. It was big enough for me to fit into it, so I had to get into it.
You are like a cat now.
I used to do that at Tractor Supply when we would get safes, because we would cut it open and open it like a chest of drawers, and I would get in there and hide and wait for one of my coworkers to walk out, and I'd jump out of the box and scare him.
Chandra, do you got any good plans this weekend?
Yes, actually, my husband and I are planning on, well, I've got some appointments tomorrow in Nashville and Franklin, but after that, we'll be heading to West Tennessee to our farm to visit with my husband's family for the weekend, actually. And my nephew will be coming back up with us next week and spending some time here at Horse Plus. He's always wanted to see horses and other animals and see what we do. So he's going to be spending a few days with us next week up here and seeing what we do here at Horse Plus Humane Society.
This weekend I will be celebrating my 28th wedding anniversary. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm wondering what my husband's going to get me or what he's going to do. So I'm looking forward to this surprise.
So Dr. Gina, do you have plans for the weekend?
Right off the bat, I have to take one of my kids to the pediatrician tomorrow. And then whether or not they get shots will probably determine what we do. But if it's a nice day, we'll probably go to the park or something. Other than that, probably church.
Angela, do you have any good plans for this weekend?
No, I'm a boring person. Unless I get invited to our friend's house, I don't really do much. Just kind of hang out with my family and my pets, and I don't really do a lot. Go to church. That's about it.
You sound like a bundle of fun.
I know. As you asked me that question, I was like, huh. But I do fun things sometimes, like when we just went out west and when we go on trips and things like that. But normally, I'm not a lot of fun.
So this weekend, though, it's just resting, waiting for next week.
Pretty much. Oh, but you know what? And if you'd ask me in a couple weeks, I'm going to go to North Carolina and visit my grandbaby for the weekend. So I do things, just not this weekend, I guess.
But didn't you get a new chicken?
I did get a new chicken, so maybe I'll watch my rooster and see how he behaves himself. Maybe that'll be fun.
Well, it's about all the people I could find. It's almost 6:30. Dr. Lydia does go home at earlier in the day. She gets here early. She leaves early. She likes a work-life balance with the kids. But happy weekend to y'all. I hope you have a really good weekend. What am I doing for this weekend? Well, I have a lot of projects that need to be done, and yeah, I'm going to be working, but I'm taking the day off. You got to take one day off a week. So taking my day off, but going to be spending time with family, friends, going out to eat with some people this evening. If it works out, we have an exciting person joining our team here at Horse Plus. It might not work out, it might work out, but we're going to go find out. So y'all have a super good weekend. Thanks for watching, and drop some comments. What kind of content do you guys like? Do you like watching the vets more? Do you like the day-to-day actions? Like, if we're doing I told Haley and Macy, I'm like, we need to do like a 45 to 180 minute video a day. And it depends on what happens here. Not every day is exciting as every other day. But what kind of content do you want to watch? Like longer parts of, animal procedures with the vets. Like, anyway, drop some comments. Let us know. And have a great weekend.